All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Told you guys I wanted to do a big update on all the projects as well as Dad's new barn. So as you can tell, I'm walking in here and the guy got the rebar laid out on the north side here. As you can see, the cross sections aren't done over there because this is gonna be pour number 1. And I do believe it's gonna be like right at about 5 inches thick. So he'll do the first pour on this first half, and then the last pour will be the south section over here. So that's kind of where we're at. Nothing changed much since we last updated you guys because we were waiting on all this. So they got all the stone brought and he packed it all in and then laid the rebar down. So it's looking pretty good. So that's where we're at there. And then I will update. It'll probably end up being another video because they're building the new battery plants and they're pretty much sucking up all the concrete. So it's really hard for these small guys to get any concrete whatsoever. So we're kind of just up on the air when this stuff's going to happen. So it'll probably be another video that I update you guys on the concrete itself. But for now, we'll go through a couple of cars at the shop and obviously the stuff here at my garage and Dad's garage. So since you guys have been asking about everything and you ask, you shall receive. So we'll go ahead and update on all the project cars, and mainly this thing right here is why we're not doing anything on the main stuff that's on the channel, which is, you know, Dad stuff. So anyway, let's move on and we'll update on everything else. Left off showing you guys them in there doing the kind of surfacing the concrete, doing their finish work. I don't know all that terminology, not that guy. but they were kind of finishing it out. So that was a week ago today that they got everything completely finished, and it is now the following Monday, and I took a little trip, was gone for a few days, so figured this is a good opportunity to keep finishing this update video and keep you guys up to date on what's going on with Dad's new building. So here we go. So obviously it's got all the residue from being wet and all that on there because we haven't cleaned it just yet. But here it is. So got all 4 windows open, entry door and the 3 bay doors, kind of letting air flow through here, help this thing cure out. He told us about a week if we wanted to move some light stuff in here, but being that we're not in any rush, Dad wants to wait the full 2 weeks before we start moving things in here. And I've already got a video started on Dad's SRT4 so for those of you guys who are enjoying watching that, got a video about ready to drop on it, and it'll probably come out here so we can put it back together, but we'll update you more in that video on that car. But anyway, we'll probably move a couple of the cars out here, you know, when it's ready, and be ready to install the lift. So figured now that I mentioned that, be a good idea to update you on that as well. Now this concrete is 5 inches thick all the way around, which is plenty for our lift, what the cars will be lifting. I know there's certain thicknesses depending on how heavy of a lift you have, like the lift capacity, I should say. Ours is a 10,000 pound lift, which I think is somewhere around 7 or 8 inches thick. I don't know. I'm not that guy. Some of you guys might know it. You can let me know if you know for sure, but I think it's somewhere around that range. So we kind of figured out where we wanted to lift. Initially, we were going to put it up front here and put it right behind kind of where the motor and the back of the garage door rails are. But we kind of figured with it being that close, I mean, you can still get cars under if you have a project on it, but we had kind of thought that might be a little bit of a pain. So being that the lift is more of, not always long-term, but a lot of times you're doing some major stuff on it. So we kind of went more towards just off the center, a little bit more towards the back, but leaving enough off the front to where you can still have like a shelving or toolbox and still get between the car and the wall. So here's our marker, which will be the footprint of the lift width-wise. So this will be the 1 post here, and then this will be the other post here. And then we measured out, I think 13 feet from that. Let me get a rough guesstimate here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Okay, somewhere right in this general vicinity where I'm standing, we poured it probably 8 inches right in there. And then whatever it is, 100 and whatever inches over to this side is another pad of 8 inches. And that'll put it right in here, which is, if you think about it, this will be like the center of your lift post, and a car would stick out however far in front of it, and then you'll still have room to get around up front. So that's where that's gonna go. And then the 4 post, I don't know if we're gonna do the middle bay or the far bay. We haven't fully decided. I think the middle, but at the same time, we may not want it right up against the 2 posts, so it may be in the far bay here. Other than where the 2 post is gonna go, nothing else is set in stone just yet, but figured go ahead and give you guys a little update. Now that the concrete's done, like I said, we'll probably move a couple of the cars out here just to free up storage and be able to start getting things cleaned up. And then we'll be starting on the electrical in here and getting everything wired up, getting some lights in here, getting power so we can actually make use of it. And then out front here, I know I'm rambling, but hopefully you guys enjoy seeing this stuff as much as we do. And out here, if you look, hard to see, but we got some stakes and string, and some of the stone is laid out, not all of it, but this will be the entry pad, which will be concrete as well. So essentially from the edge of this door where those stakes are at, all the way out to there, all the way over to there, and then all the way back to the edge of that door will be a nice concrete entry pad so we can have cars, you know, be able to park out here, wash them, do whatever. So that'll be nice and not have rocks all the way up into it, which then you're tracking rocks and crap into it. At least if you pull in from there, you'll be able to have it out on the pad. So anyway, that's going to be an update on the new shop for Dad, which you'll see me do a little bit out here, obviously, back and forth between all the different locations I do things, but obviously we'll be here doing stuff as well, like getting back on the 55 Chevy, the SRT4, and all of Dad's other projects. And then, yeah, so there's that. So we'll probably update you on some of the cars and some of the stuff at the actual shop itself. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to film next, but whatever there is, you'll see it in the next clip. So this will be where we pull the enclosed trailer. We'll be able to whip it under this thing, and then we'll eventually put some siding up on the side. That way it blocks the west wind. Turned out really nice. That's nice all packed down like that, isn't it? So as you just saw, the front was all done, so it's curing out. And then what do you say on that? What is that? Usually like a week or two before you, yeah, a couple weeks before we drive on it and such. So yeah, that portion's finally complete. So now we can move on to wiring and lift installation. So definitely look forward to videos on that. I'll probably do a, you know, just one dedicated video to putting the 2-post up, a dedicated video for the 4-post, and then obviously wiring, I'll probably just give little updates on here and there. But yeah, as for now, that should do it for the updates on the barn. Okay, like I mentioned, I was gonna give you guys an update here at the shop since it's been a while. Never really been filming anything up here because we've kind of just been getting caught up, staying focused, and we haven't been able to kind of like be on a car and have a consistent progress on it. Been a little weird going back and forth, but finally changing, and things are getting caught up. We're, yeah, doing good. So kind of give you guys an update where we're at and what we're doing and why and all that good stuff. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you'll remember this car. He's been in, he's a client of ours, and you know, he's always upgrading it and doing little things here and there. So I have installed a set of cowl tracks. So that's all done, got those dialed in. And being that it's just a street car, we're gonna take it out and drive it and be sure the baseline adjustments are okay for it. And if we need to tweak on it, we can, nothing crazy. Up front here, being that he has lowered the car, it's up on the lift right now, obviously. It's not the weight isn't down on it, but normally he runs a different set of wheels. I prefer these things are sick, just give it the muscle car look. But anyway, he's got a pair or a set of 17s that go on this thing, and as low as this car is, these long tubes would hit the ground constantly, and you know, I get it, that can be pretty annoying. So we got a set of block hugger ceramic coated hooker headers. That way, obviously the exhaust can be brought way up, and then the pipes can be brought up and keep everything from smacking the ground. So that's actually what I'm working on right now. Got everything out. Had to pull this engine mount out, jack the engine up, slide that header out. So both of them are off. Got new gaskets. Well, these are the old ones, but got new ones. So we're gonna slap these headers on. And then the only other thing we're gonna do is install a new shifter, but that has not come in yet. We're waiting on that. Should be in the next couple days. And after the header and new exhaust connections and the shifter, that's all this one will need. And if you guys watched any of the other shop update videos previously, a few months back, you'll remember the black 66 Corvette that we're doing. It is all done and in the wet sanding and buffing stage right now. I think up here's done all the way up to like 2000 grit, and the back he hasn't got caught up just yet. Jams are all done, and I guess you can kind of see how nice this thing looks going down it. But still got a little bit of wet sanding left, and then the polishing. And if you guys remember this, it's been sitting for quite a while. The owner wants this thing as correct as possible, and some of these early parts for these cars are really hard to get. And we are just about ready to get back on it. I'm not sure what I'll film on it. Maybe just probably give updates on it, you know, in the future. But that's pretty much where we're at up here at the shop. So we're trying to get the black one done, and we got a car over there that's been in line to get a paint job done for quite a while. And it's almost done. It should be finished up here in the next 2-3 weeks. So as for that, I'll insert a clip of the yellow 66 that I painted leaving the shop. I was going to film some stuff on it while I was here, but once again, we just ran into some paint issues with the car. It wasn't anything like issues with the paint or anything like that. It's just that I had chipped a couple spots during final assembly, kind of fought us re-spraying it and getting it blended in, but we ended up getting it. Turned out good, and it left, so I will insert that clip right after this, and then now we will go give you guys an update on some of Dad's cars as well as some of mine, which you guys are pretty up to date on the Trans Am, obviously, so that'll probably be it. And after that, that'll probably do it for this video. So anyway, let's move on. You're good. All righty.
Don't know when.
But at some point. Okay, what's up? Figured I'd throw this in the update video just because I think it was fitting. We're showing all the cars anyway. And I'm about ready to show you kind of where we're at here at Dad's projects, like I'd mentioned. One of my dad's lifelong best friends. Him and my dad both bought cars off of two brothers. My dad bought his 71.5 GT37, which will be an upcoming project on the channel. I think I showed it in some videos way back, but it will be on some future videos. But and then my dad's friend bought the 70 442 W30 4-speed car. I can't remember what the color of the blue is, but it is black interior. I mean, this thing is awesome. It's been resprayed one time. We'll go over the car a little bit. He's had it since like the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, anyway, I'll kind of show you guys the car and what all he's done to it over the years, because I think I know most of what he's done. But yeah, so here it is. So if you know W30s, you know they got the high output 455 with the aluminum intake and red plastic inner fender liners with the steel brace, fiberglass hood, and hood pins. And we'll shut the hood here in a minute and get a overview of the car. But as you can tell, on the outside, it's full Survivor. Well, Survivor-ish. It's been resprayed once. But, you know, restored the engine bay completely. Engine's been completely gone through. It is numbers matching engine, trans, everything. So firewall's been all redone. The complete engine with all the accessories. As you can tell, it's got all the correct stuff on it. Core support, all that stuff's been redone. Complete new engine harness that's correct for these cars. So this thing just turned out fantastic. All original chrome, original grille. And what's even cooler is check out this original interior. Immaculate. 8-track car, 4-speed, makes it even better. But you can see where the paint's chipping, it's checked, and just looks too cool like this. You know, you see enough of them restored, you don't see them as a Survivor. And it's got the full Gardner exhaust, which is completely factory correct. And he's got the Goodyear poly glasses. That's what this car came with originally. So how cool is that? Figured you guys would like to see it. But we'll go ahead and shut the hood and give you guys some nice B-roll of everything. I think it deserves it. Like I said, I think he started on this car in like the early 2000s when he bought it, and he just got it on the road last year. So, ooh, before we do some B-roll, got to see the underneath side of this car too, which is even cooler. Look at that. They even had the aluminum diff cover as well. And I do believe it's an M21 close ratio. But look how perfect the underneath side is. He did a fantastic job on this car. And it does have a little power steering leak. So he's got to address that, just coming from one of the lines. But how cool. So yeah, we'll give you guys a little B-roll real quick, and then we'll move on to the other projects. See ya.
Hey, watch your speed in town.
Man, that thing sounds good. Okay, so that's it. Like I said, as far as the barn goes, I was gonna update you on some of the cars here at the house, but we have it super packed full of everything because of the barn, and we got stuff all out everywhere trying to get stuff ready, so you almost can't even see anything. Nothing's changed, so it's not really that important right now. So that being said, I think that's gonna do it for this video. And then I was going to do an update on the home cars, but you guys are pretty up to date on the Trans Am, and I've already got a couple other videos filmed and ready to rock. So after this update one, look forward to an update. Got a whole video on Dad's SRT4 and got another one on the Trans Am that's almost finished. So anyway, yeah, that'll do it for now. Look forward to those. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.